You were injured because of someone else's carelessness, but you don't think you have a valid case, you don't think you have a good case. Well, before you jump to conclusions, come join me for a moment as I share with you what an attorney looks for to determine whether or not you have a valid case and a good case. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. There are instances, let's say you've been in a car accident and now you've suffered significant injury, but you don't think that the other driver was really at fault or really as much at fault as you believe. And now you think, why should I bother going through with a lawsuit to get compensation for the injuries that you have, because maybe it's not entirely that other person's fault, maybe you contributed as well. Well, again, before you jump to conclusions, here's what an attorney looks for in order to evaluate whether or not you have a valid basis for a case. So let's stick with the car accident example. The first thing we look to see is who was responsible? How did the accident happen? Let's go to the scene, let's take pictures, let's see exactly what it was that occurred. Were there any witnesses to the accident? And now we begin to establish an idea of exactly who's responsible and whether or not the other driver was careless and followed the rules of the road. There are instances where you, the injured victim, may also be partially at fault. But again, we look to see who is really at fault and if you are also at fault as well. Once we come to some type of decision about who's more likely right than wrong, about who caused your accident, now we can look to see how did that accident cause your injuries, because that's one of the key things we have to prove. You see, we have to show that someone else's carelessness was a cause of your injuries. We don't have to show that it was the cause, we only have to show that it was a cause. There could be multiple causes. And then we also look to see what was the extent of your injuries. How badly injured were you? How disabled are you? What are you not able to do today that you were able to do before? How's this going to affect you for the rest of your life? How's it going to affect your ability to earn a living? Those questions are critical for us to answer to evaluate whether or not you have a valid basis for a case. So now, if we are able to establish that we're more likely right than wrong, that the other driver, someone else, was careless and caused or contributed to your injuries, now we then look to see what extent the injuries affected you and how they're going to affect you into the future. So before you jump to conclusions about whether or not you have a good case or a bad case, the best thing you can do is, if you have questions, if you have legal questions and your matter happened here in the state of New York, pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.